class. My name is Nakisha and I will be your Master of Ceremony for today. I would now like to introduce you to our panel of judges. Our judge is Syukron and Akhwat. I would like also to introduce you to our panel of speakers today. Let's meet our speakers. First is Farah with the topic of success is not being the best. And also for our second speaker, Nazwa with the theme never giving up on oneself. And now let's begin the competition. So the first speaker will now take up to the stage. Please give them a round of applause.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello, my name is Farah. So today I want to read the speech. Success is not about being the best. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a young student named Ryan. He was a bright and ambitious student. But he often felt overwhelmed by the pressure to succeed. Ryan had big dreams of becoming a doctor, but he felt discouraged by the rigorous academic requirement and the overwhelming competition. He often compared himself to other students and found himself lacking on comparison. One day, Ryan feeling particularly down and went to visit his grandfather, who was a retired physician. His grandfather listened to Ryan's struggle and shared with him his own story of how he became a doctor. His grandfather faced many obstacles and challenges on his journey to become a physician, but he never let those challenges defeat him. He told Ryan that success is not about being the best, but about never giving up and always pushing forward. He also shared his experience at that time he doubted himself, but by not giving up and kept on learning and improving, and in the end he achieved his goal of becoming a doctor and serving people. Ryan's grandfather's word of encouragement resonated with him, and he realized that becoming a doctor was not about being the perfect student or outperforming everyone else, but about never giving up and on his dream and always striving to learn and improving. From that day on, Ryan approached his study with a renewed sense of determination and purpose. He focused on what he could control and which is the effort and his own progress. He studied hard, asked questions, and sought opportunities to learn and grow. He also took time to care of himself, getting enough rest and exercise, and not comparing himself to other students. Ryan graduated with honors and was accepted into prestigious medical school, where he went on to fulfill his dream of becoming a doctor. Years later, Ryan becomes a respectful and successful physician. He always remembered his grandfather's word of to strive, improving, and not giving up on his dream. He also shared his story and his experience to other students who were facing a similar struggle, and encouraging them to not giving up on their dreams. In the end, the story is convey a message that success is not about being the best, but about never giving up, always pushing forward, and constantly learning and improving. And the support and guidance of loved ones can play a big role in achieving our goals. Okay, thank you. That's all for me.
Thank you, Farah, for the beautiful speech. Next, to the second speaker will now take the stage. Please give them a round of applause.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, my name is Nazwa. So today I want to speak about never giving up on oneself. Okay, does anyone know what is ADHD? No. Okay. ADHD is attention deficit or hyperactivity disorder. ADHD, neuropsychiatric disorder that affect the way the brain works. Characterizes the attitude of a person who is hyperactive, difficult to focus and perform to other impulsive actions. Once upon a time, there was a young student named Jack. He was a hardworking student but struggled with ADHD, which made it difficult for him to focus and concentrate in class. He often found himself falling behind, and he was constantly frustrated with himself for not being able to keep up. Jack began to believe that he wasn't as capable as his classmates, and that he would never be able to achieve his goals. Okay, one day, Jack's school brought in a guest speaker, a young man named Alex, who also had ADHD and being able to overcome it to achieve success. Alex shared his story of how he had struggled with ADHD in school, but he had learning how to manage it by developing specific strategies, such as breaking down tasks into smaller chunks, finding ways to keep himself engaged and motivated, and seeking help when needed. Hearing Alex's story, Jack realized that he wasn't alone in his struggle with ADHD, and that he could still achieve his goals even with ADHD. He began to work with his teacher and school counselor to develop plans to help him success. They helped him to find ways to stay organized, prioritize his tasks, and stay focused. He also starts regular exercise and mindfulness practice, which help him to manage his symptoms. As he puts in the effort and implement the strategies, Jack began to improvement in his grade and his ability to focus. He found that he was able to accomplish tasks that he never thought possible, and start to believe in himself again. Years later, Jack graduated with honors and went on a top university, where he pursued a successful career in his chosen field. He never forgot the lesson he learned in his journey, and he became an advocate for students with ADHD, helping to raise awareness and provide resources to those who are facing similar challenge. At the end, this story conveys the message that even when facing challenges such as ADHD, it's possible to achieve success by developing specific strategies, seeking help, and by never giving up on oneself. And that seeking help, being resilient, and not letting oneself be defined by one obstacles can lead to personal growth and achievement. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the beautiful words from the speakers. I hope it will be useful for us in this role. And now, for the judges, please announce the winners for this competition.
Okay, thanks to the two participants who gave speech, were gave very good and extraordinary.
But from what we have decided together, someone definitely win. The first someone winner is ding 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 ding.
Nazwa!
Guys.
Farah!
Yeah.
Congratulations
For two participants.
for two
thanks for all the participants. Yeah.
Thanks for the participants.
All participants.
You are so good and amazing.
Yeah.
That's all.